Okay, so last time we were able to look at an example on angle of elevation and depression. We explained a lot of things about that. And in this video, we're going to look at a question that concerns depression. And remembering the introduction of this topic is going to help you understand what we're doing here. Okay, so the question we're going to consider on depression is this: the angle of depression of a boat from the top of a mountain 10-meter high is 30 degrees. How far is the boat from the foot of the mountain? So I always remember saying that the question actually determines the kind of diagram you draw and the way you approach the solution of stuff like that. So let's start with this. We know that there is a boat. There is a boat. There's a top mount. There's top of mountain, 10-meter high. Okay, then the angle of depression is 30 degrees. So we know that the angle of depression of a boat from the top of the mountain. So this is top of the mountain. Let's put this way. Okay. So let's say it's the top of the mountain like this, and then um, mountain is 10-meter high. Okay, so this is 10 meters. Now to say that the depression is 30 degrees, which is this. So you can understand that by looking at the question very critically. It says the angle of depression of a boat from the top of a mountain. So the angle of depression. So this is the top of the mountain like this. The angle of depression will be something like this. 30 degrees. This is the angle of depression. So if you if the mountain, if to say the mountain is looking down at the boat, which will be here, then it will be looking at it at 30 degrees. So the depression from the top of the mountain to the boat, let's say this is the boat, is 30 degrees. That's the angle of depression. Well, the question is, how far is the boat from the foot of the mountain? And we know that this is the foot of the mountain, and this is the boat here. So how far is the boat? Now this is the point they're asking us to find. We're going to call this y. Okay, so they want us to find the distance between the boat and the foot of the mountain. But remember we said that angle of depression is alternate to the frame of reference of the elevation, or is alternate to the point of elevation, which is here. So from the boat looking up is one angle, and from the mountain looking down is another angle. And we expressed in our introduction that these two angles are alternate, meaning that they are equal. So that means here is also going to be 30 degrees. If you remember our first video, you understand this. So knowing this angle here is going to help us really solve this right angle triangle. And that is it. So now we've gotten our diagram. I'm sure you understand how we got this diagram. Um, Understanding first where we put the angle of depression. We did it something like this. If you are given an object and you want to know the angle of depression, it's going to look something like this. Since it's at an inclination downwards, the angle of depression is always going to be um, here. Whatever the angle is going to be here. Uh, and the angle of elevation is always going to be here. Okay, whatever the angle is. So you just need to understand that. Okay, so that's the way you draw diagrams of depression. Okay, so now we know this. Let us solve. We need to find y. Now, from your trig ratio, you understand that this is opposite, and this is adjacent here. Okay, and to find y, we need opposite and adjacent. Now, opposite of adjacent is tan theta. So tan theta, which is opposite of adjacent, will give us the value of y when we solve it. So we know theta is 30 degrees, so we have tan 30 degrees equal to opposite is 10 and adjacent is y. If you cross multiply and divide, okay, let's say You cross multiply and divide both sides by tan theta. You get 10 over tan theta. Okay, so you have something like this. If you cross multiply, you have something like y tan theta, tan 30 degrees equal to 10. And if you divide both sides by tan 30 degrees, you get 10 over tan 30 degrees. Okay, so let me put this here. So we have y tan 30 degrees equal to 10. Okay, so we have now y is equal to 10 over tan 30 degrees. So now, based on your knowledge of special angles, what exactly would be tan 30 degrees? So tan 30 degrees actually is 1 over root 3. 1 over root 3, I suppose, yeah. So 1 over root 3 is actually root 3 over root 3. So root 3 over 3. So we have y is equal to 10 over 1 over root 3. And when we express this, we have y is equal to 10 divided by 1 over root 3. So I just want to express this in a way possible, which is 10 over, sorry, that's not 10 over, which is 10 times root 3 over 1. So which is the same thing as 10 root 3. And that's our answer. Okay. So I think this is clear. All you just need to know is this in special angles. Yeah. So I think this is for depression. Now let's look at another example on depression.